Every year, you need to check your heating system 2 times. You need to tune up services 2 times within a year, because that help you a lot, save a lot of money. So it's very, very important for you to pay attention to your heating system. Your furnace is one of the things that you take care of it. Number two, if you haven't cleaned your duct, it's very, very important for you to pay attention to that, because your duct system, your vents and pipes in the house, your air circulation pipes and other things in the house is very, very important. So it doesn't cost a lot. You do it once in every 3 years or every 4 years. So if you just bought a house or you own a house and then haven't done it at all, that is what causes a lot of fire. So try to find a company around your state, in your state, your city, or whoever is it, and then try to see if they can come in. Even sometimes these people come in, they come and clean the duct system and then service the furnace for you. But if you think you have a service plan with any company, pay attention to it and then yearly call someone to come and service it for you, because it's very, very important. Your air condition, after winter time, you better try to clean it. You can just clean it. Some people use even water hose to splash it just to make sure that there's no any dirt, there's no any debris or whatever it is on the air condition. So it's very, very important you pay attention to this, because these are some of the things that, you don't want your air condition to break during summertime, and this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to, maybe middle of December or January, then your furnace is down. It's very, 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 because at that time, first of all, it will take a while for companies to come to you. Secondly, even if you have service plan with Centerpoint or any company, it's going, because of a lot of people calling in, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So it's very, very important to tackle it beginning of the winter. Pay attention to it. The beginning of the winter is the most important period of time you need to take care of it, because if you don't, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And then another thing that if you haven't done, I know a lot of people, I haven't seen anybody doing it, but it's very, very important. Your doors and windows, make sure that you look around your windows to make sure there's no any air leakage, there's no any air coming in. Sometimes even you need to see if you can caulk it or, seal around your doors, your windows, so that air doesn't come in. Because those are some of the things cost a lot of money. Because if you turn on the heat and then there is leakage somewhere going out, it's going to cost you more money. So pay attention to your doors, pay attention to your windows. Just check around and then clean around all these areas to make sure that there is no any leakage coming. If there is a leak under your door, try to find something to seal it. Seal it just a way that you don't do what? You don't have air coming in or going out during that time. And then another thing that majority of people don't even care, or I don't see anybody doing this, but those, I know some people do it, but we minority communities, I don't know. If you have any experience or you have done it, just let me know. How many people clean their gutters every year? If your house has some gutters around it, how many people clean it? If you don't clean it, make sure you clean your gutters. It's very, very important because that is what causes ice buildup. If you don't clean the gutters and then there is some kind of leaves and other things in the gutter, then during when it snows or whatever it is, the snow will accumulate over there, and then instead of the water even draining out, it might not be. So before you realize, you see a whole lot of ice build up around your roof, which is really, really, really bad. Sometimes it will cost you a lot of money if you see damage to the roof or shingles or whatever it is. So it's very, very important for you to pay attention to clean all the gutters, clean the roof. And then one thing you need to pay attention to is inspection. Try to inspect the roof. Inspecting the roof is all these things are some of the things that, minor things, but they are very important. If you have a husband or you're a guy and then you own your house, before winter time, you can go up there to inspect the roof. If you think you can't do it, there are local contractors who can come in and then inspect it for you. Some of them even might not charge you anything, right? Because they want to find out if there is any hair damage or whatever it is. So you take advantage of that to inspect the roof. The reason is if there is any leakage or damage to part of the roof, what is going to happen is during the snow buildup, during the time that the snow is melting, you can have some kind of damage to the attic, because if the roof is leaking, it can drip water into the attic, and then that can cause a whole lot of problems. So it's very, 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 you need to pay attention to it. You need to make sure that you don't leave things, because your house is your asset. Your house is your asset. Pay attention to it. It's great, great, great advantage for you to just take advantage to inspect it, because if something happens to your roof, it's going to cost you at least about $8,000 to $10,000, depending on the kind of house you have, the square footage and everything. This can cost you a lot of money. So pay attention to it. Pay attention to your roof. Pay attention to everything. And then another thing that I know I recommend for many people to pay attention is the pipes. If you live in states like Minnesota, Wisconsin, or states that has a lot of snow and then very cold weather, just pay attention to your pipes, outside pipes. You need to make sure you call somebody to come and winterize if you have in-ground sprinkler system, you call somebody to come and winterize it. It's very, very important. Call a contractor. There are some people over there who can come in and then just winterize it for you for $45. It pays off than allow your pipes to damage completely and then struggle to find money to do it. So make sure that you winterize all the pipes. You drain out all outside pipes, outside faucet. You turn it off to make sure that there is no water in it, because you don't want your house to your faucet or your pipes to freeze. So it's very, very, very important. Just pay attention to it, and then make sure that you don't leave your drainage outside to damage during the winter time. It's very, very important. And then your faucet, check for leakage. Mostly those of you having faucets behind your garage or outside, or those kind of things, pay attention to it, inspect it. You know, it's just cosmetic. You winter time, before winter time or during this time, you put on your boot and then check everything. Just check everything. You write it down and check. You know, you check your heating system, you check your insulation, you check your gutters, you check your chimney, you check everything. You write it down and check and then write date, and then put it somewhere. The following year you go and then check it and see which is due to check. Mostly those pipes and other things, you need to pay attention to it, and then do it every year. It's very, 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 very important, folks. So and then another last thing that is very, very, it kills a lot of people during winter time, because winter time, some people are indoors, they turn on what do we call it, stove heat system, or they turn on, sometimes they have wood fireplace and all sort of things. So one thing that you need to pay attention is your carbon monoxide and fire alarm. Mostly carbon monoxide, because you hear a lot of people dying during winter time because of carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide poisoning. So pay attention to it. Forward it. I mean, if you know someone who owns a house, your friend or a family, forward the video to them. It might help them. Okay, maybe you might not even be interested in the video because they don't own a house, but if you have a friend, just forward it to them. Let them just check all these minor things to take care of it. Carbon monoxide detector doesn't cost a lot, and then you make sure that your carbon monoxide, you don't pull it up. You have to just pull it down below your knee level, down, so that you plug it down such a way that it can detect the carbon monoxide, because carbon monoxide, it claws on the floor. It's like, it doesn't smell, you won't hear anything. It's something that can kill you without even knowing it. And a lot of people who doesn't have proper heating system in their house, or their furnace are not good and all sort of things, it kills a lot of people. So it's very, very, very important to pay attention. And then another thing that if you're a first-time home buyer, you need to pay attention to is your vent, because all the fires we see out there, houses burning down, and also some of them are caused by the vent in the dryer, because anytime you dry clothes, there are some kind of dust or whatever it is, they call it linens or something that comes out, right? So it's something that you have to pay attention to it and then clean it. If you can't do it yourself, you call somebody, handyman, you tell them, they will come and clean it for you. And then if you have a fireplace which you use a lot, call somebody to come and look at it, clean it, make sure your house is in good place. We love you, folks. We love you. We want to see you alive during winter time. So pay attention to this. This Fremson podcast. My name is James Amo with Minnesota Real Estate Guide. I'm a real estate agent, commercial and residential real estate agent. So if you need help concerning your house, or you want to buy a house, or you have any question, drop comment. I will look at it and then get back to you. It's very, very important to pay attention to this so that you don't fall victim to something that is very, very simple. Mostly your children. If there is fire in your house, what are you going to do? It's going to be very, very hard. if your furnace is not working, your heating system is not working properly, think about it. Think about how much it's going to cost you. And then if after winter time you find out that your sprinkler system has damage, oh my God, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Or you don't want to see your gutters damaged, your roof leaking, and ceiling, you see leakage coming through your ceiling and all sort of things. Look, if you don't do all this, it's going to cost you a lot. It's going to cost you more money. So if you just bought a house, pay attention to this. If you don't know, or if you have any question, if you don't live around areas that you can call, just call your local contractors. Ask them. Let them know you just bought a house. You know, there's no harm. Free information. You call contractor, they come in, you talk to them. Some people will, even if they cannot do it, they will do what? They will give you more information. I remember I called a guy. He came in and cleaned my duct system. And then this guy was so amazing in such a way that he gave me a lot of information. A lot.